In the criminal justice system, sexually based offenses are considered especially heinous. In New York City, Olivia Benson and other dedicated detectives investigate these vicious felonies. This is her story. Okay. Thank you for joining us for this very special episode of Law and Order Special Victims Unit. In this episode, we're going to take a detour from our normal course of things and talk about the actress behind one of our beloved detectives. We're going to take a look into the life of Mariska Hargitay and look at her as a person, as we take a look into her family and how she was raised. And then we're also going to take a look at her as an actress, how she got her start, and how she landed her role on Special Victims Unit. And finally, we're going to look at her as an activist for victims of sexual assault and domestic violence. Mariska had a pretty shaky start to life. Her mother was bombshell actress Jane Mansfield, and her father was Mr. Universe, Mickey Hargitay. Her parents had a pretty rocky marriage, and they got divorced shortly after she was born. When Mariska was 3 years old, her mother, Jane Mansfield, was killed in a car accident. Mariska and her two older brothers were in the car when this happened, but luckily they survived without injury, except for the zigzag scar that runs down the side of her head. Mariska met her husband, Peter Herman, while she was on the set of Law and Order. He appeared as the lawyer, Trevor Langan, on and off for 13 of the show's 20 seasons. He first appeared in the episode Monogamy in 2002, and the couple was married in 2004. They gave birth to their first son, August, in 2006, and then in 2011, they adopted their daughter, Amaya, just a few short weeks before they also adopted their second son, Pietro. Although she's most widely known as Detective Olivia Benson, Mariska got her. Though she's most widely known as Detective Olivia Benson, she started on the show on season 1, and she's currently still on the show in season 20 and will appear in season 21, which premieres this fall. She's received several awards for her time on the show, including an Emmy and a Golden Globe. Although we know her as Olivia Benson, Mariska also got her start in modeling. She won Miss Beverly Hills when she was younger, and she competed for the title of Miss California. Unfortunately, she didn't win, but shortly after, she appeared in Ronnie Milsap's music video for the song She Loves My Car. After that, she landed a role on several different TV shows such as Ellen and ER before landing a role in the movie The Goonies. And then she landed her role in Law and Order Special Victims Unit, which is where we know her from today. Mariska is also an activist. When she got her start on Law and Order, she became certified as a rape crisis counselor. She wanted to help the people that the show talked about, and she founded the Joyful Heart Foundation. The Joyful Heart Foundation talks about on their website that 1 in 4 women and 1 in 6 men are survivors of sexual violence. Also, every 98 seconds in the United States, someone is sexually assaulted. And 4 to 5 children die every day in this country as a result of child abuse and neglect. These statistics rocked Mariska, and she thought that she needed to make a difference, which is why she founded the Joyful Heart Foundation. She states that when someone is assaulted, it's like the door to their soul slams shut. It's the job of the Joyful Heart Foundation to bring in the light and the life back into their lives and to drown out the darkness. Let the healing begin. Mariska currently serves as the president and founder of the Joyful Heart Foundation, and she's working to make a difference for survivors of sexual assault. And she recently released a documentary called I Am Evidence, which talks about the statistics and the backlog of crimes and rape kits. In this episode, we talked about Mariska as a person when we dove into her life and the way she was raised. We also talked about how she got her start on the show Law and Order and the different awards that she's received for being on the show. And finally, we talked about her role as an activist, speaking out for victims of sexual assault, domestic violence, and rape. Thank you for joining us in this very special episode of Law and Order Special Victims Unit. And join us next week when we talk about her co-star, Ice-T, and his life.